Greetings, mortars. How are ye? Are ye where? I am semi-where. And no, it doesn't mean I'm part werewolf. Werewolf! Oh god. I should probably not do a lot of talking today. Oh fuck. I'm getting that, like, you know, that acidic phlegm that, like, I'm also a bit, like, my eyes are, like, blurry and, like, I'm got a bit of, like, a bit congested and phlegmy. Oh, fuck. I went to bed at fucking, I think, like, 10, 11 last night. I was in the bed around 10, went to sleep around 11. I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, went back to sleep, woke up at 7, went back to sleep. Woke up at 8, went back to sleep. Woke up at 9, went back to sleep. Woke up at 1 p.m. and now I'm here. Oh god, my body's in bits. But the glorious light of heaven shines brightly upon PEINTEINGU this day. Oh, Desmondu, Tuekarindi Beru, Grifu, Antonio, welcome. PEINTEINGU io koso, motherfuckers. Oh god. Oh, I need a sip. I'm not well. But it matters not. The state of my internals has no bearing on my glorious ability to tap into my demigod status for 2.5 hours a day and bring to you the wanton madness and glory of PEINTEINGU. 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 Painting you. Painting me. PEINTEINGU. Let's fucking go. Painting you. Painting me. PEINTEINGU. I have the fucking flu. Yeah. Oh, I'm already, like, really warm and sweaty. Dear God, you must pardon the sniffers, for I appear to be a bit run down this fine Thursday. Doing shit like this probably won't help. Hey. What does one do when one has the flu? Fan it out of you. I'll use the fan with my demigod strength and just, like, waft the sickness out of my body. Like Shang Tsung ripping out a Sir. Can't even pronounce it like Sir. Soul with an L becomes sour. Like, give me your sour. Like, mortar. Doing that while ill, bro. Like, I fucking, like, oh, my lower back is, like, all tense and shit, and my nasal passages are, like, acidic and stingy. But I'm not dead, so I will a PEINTEINGU. Oh, yes, Carlos. I will tell them momentarily. Carlos, I don't even have the strength to pick you up right now. I'm sorry. Part of me thinks I'm actually going to do an audio recording for the monkey until such point as I actually have the monkey. Oh, God. Do you imagine if I tried to do a 15-minute intro with the flu? Yeah. We'll do a bit more. I want to do the bit where I'm on a horse and it's time for painting. Oh. I feel like I'm going to sneeze half my brains out onto the pallet. Oh. A moment. The demons inside my nose are tickling my nose hairs. Oh. Perhaps fanning them will help. I'll get a good waft of the band fan up my nostrils. My beautiful, tight, white nostrils. Brings whole new meaning to the term tighty-whitey. My nose is a tighty-whitey. Oh, God. This is how one plays the taiko drums while riddled with the fru. The fru. If I was gonna make an alien species similar to the Borg from Star Trek, they would be called the Fru. Oh, God. Right. I have squirted on my palate. So the oh, God. I can do 2 hours of this. It's no problem. It's all fine. It's all good. All I have to do is paint some fat buck-toothed nigger. I was looking at William Perry in various poses, you know, for like ads and stuff that he did. And there's loads of pictures of William Perry just standing beside a fridge and shit, like, and it just makes me laugh so much. I was debating on where to put him, and part of me was thinking that I might actually be able to put him like leaning on the fridge, but I don't know. He's a big nigger. Oh, God. I'm quite here. Toikaring Nibaru, Griffu, welcome to PEINTEINGU with the Fru. Oh, as a demigod, I am still getting used to the various ailments that being half-mortal presents. Eons of being a full-fledged god of painting in the glorious halls of heaven. I didn't need to worry about shitting. I didn't need to worry about staying hydrated. And I definitely didn't need to worry about illnesses. But no matter. The spirit of PEINTEINGU is at least attempting to keep me fucking upright. Okay. We have a PEINTEINGU to finish this fine day. Fruingu yeah, I'm fucking frued up. I wish I had his energy. Stabaru, welcome to PEINTEINGU. I have it on shuffle. I have it on shuffle. So I'll just let it play. Oh, God. Where's my bitches? Time to get these bitches wet. It's time to do some PEINTEINGU. We have a nigger to paint. Was he a nigger? I don't know. Was he just a black man who was great at football? Or was he like many, a nigger employed by the government to entertain you with bread and circuses? To allow you to at least temporarily escape the mundanity of your life as a slave. Oh. Right. Can I tilt this? Okay. I'm gonna try and avoid putting my right leg in the same position that I usually do, because my hip locks up now and again from the way I'm sitting. So, in order to make PEINTEINGU a show with a bit of longevity in it, I must reposition things. for the betterment of my half-mortal self. Right. Here we go. Now I'm on a horse. Am I the only one who thinks that? I can't be. This bit just makes me feel like I'm on a horse. It's because the rhythm of the music is that of a gallop. A gallop! We'll have a... Huh? So I was like, Stuntman Bear's not in the chat. Stuntman's gay little beard. Shame him for dying me? Shame him for dying me. Shame who for, like, who dies something? Oh, right, okay. You must forgive me. I am not all there today. Despite having plenty of sleep, I don't think I got any rest. Yes, Stavru. Yes, Carlos. Yes. The former Colombian drug lord Tiger has something to tell you. Subscriber, Anrika, you cunter, to PEINTEINGU. Or, if you refuse, you will find an 850-pound Siberian tiger wearing an aluminium bucket and sunglasses at the foot of your bed, ready to pounce upon you and render justice for your lack of honor. Domo arigato, Stuntman's beard, for the tipple. And I will indeed shame him. A man who dyes his beard should basically just give up and commit seppuku. But we love him dearly. He may be gay. He may be fat. He may play with little toys. But he is ours, and we love him. Bread, circuses, crunk juice, none of which can hold a candle to the glory of PEINTEINGU. Exactly! Which is why you should pay for PEINTEINGU. Because I might have some medical bills coming up. I'm not that sick. PEINTEINGU. Right. Where are we going to put the fridge? But, Defenderoo, there's already a giant red fridge on the PEINTEINGU. Yes, but, as Brother Griffuson has kindly informed me, we have another fridge to paint. A big, crack fridge. Perhaps moshing will produce enough centrifugal force to... No, that's not working. The snot is about to fly out my nose. Oh, I'm not even playing. Like swinging my head around like that. Like a lot of mucus nearly just flung out of my face. Oh. Curse you, Monkey King! Oh, I have been relegated. I have been relegated to this realm of mortality and fragility. Oh my God. Okay. His name is a Wirium. Wirium Perry. And he will join PEINTEINGU's roster this day. So, I have an image of the Brack fridge. And it is a hilarious image of him just like proudly standing beside a big, huge fridge. Oh God. Stuntman is busy battling an EV cook in the speakeasy. So hilarious. I sense a banning incoming. An EV cook? What's going on there? I'm like never in the saloon. I'm never in the speakeasy. Oh God. I'm just like, I'm actually not very so. Dana! Today is not the day, Dana. Okay? Just fuck off, Dana. I have demons to dance with. And I have a bandana to fix. Shit. There we go. Okay. This niggeroo now joins the painting goo. I'm thinking I could put him here up against the pole. If I put him here, I'll have to hide him behind the flamethrower. But I suppose he would be nice and big. And he is large, you know? Do you know what? Fuck it, I'll try it. Paint! Paint brack! Big brack! Paint! Painting goo. It's there we go. Paint. That is how a professional fixes his mistakes. A simple squirt and fuck up, be gone. Painting goo. Okay, what are we doing? This guy's got a enormous head and a hilarious buck-toothed smile. He has a very square head, actually. Painting goo. I must express my gratitude. We are few, but we are quality. The patrons of Paintingu, as I explained yesterday, have kept Paintingu going. I made enough money this month to pay for the internet and to keep my bank account running. Still think that's hilarious. Your patronage to Paintingu is greatly appreciated. It keeps the chi flowing. Paintingu goo. How funny is that? That like you have a full-on black lad whose name is like Perry. His second name's Perry. Paint. And then you have that fucking that lad in the UFC called Mike Perry. And like one is blatantly white, one is blatantly black. But they both have the same second name. Somebody was fucking around. Paint. Like, I'd find it weird if I came across a black lad with the second name Roach. Oh, God. Welcome to a Snottingu. Oh, fuck. Can we do a sea turtle with a pirate's hat and sword below the ship? Like he's a pirate too. He just doesn't ride on the ship. Because he's a sea turtle. I will do that. I will do that. That sounds hilarious. Paint. Oh, God. Okay. We got one arm coming out here. One big brack arm. And then Do it. Holding the helmet there. Okay. Some white for the uniform of the Brack. I suppose the helmet's blue as well, is it? Okay. I'll make it a different colour blue so it stands out a bit more. I suppose I could do it that like the spirit the spirit of William Perry is like guiding the fridge to attack the island of Nara. Big Black is the sworn enemy of the red Coca-Cola fridge. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh god. Painting goo 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 goo. Okay. What number was he? 72. Okay. What number did they slap on this nigga? Like in Gladiator where they're fucking marking them like yellow and red and all, and it's like what's the crack with the numbers? Like, how do they know what number you are, you know? I'm so out of the loop on like sports and shit. Painting goo 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 goo. Okay, let me give a look at his helmet. Give a look at that nigger's helmet. The sexual innuendo is never endo. Painting goo goo. Oh god. When I went to bed last night, I was like, okay, that's a whole week nearly in a row that I've managed to get myself into the bed on time, and like, all right, I'm getting back into a routine. I'll get up early. I'll get a workout in. Here's me trying to be positive, trying to be a strong, stoic, moral man. Only to wake up like fucking 4 or 5 hours later in the dead of night, like 5 a.m. and just feel like shit. Like, I had some more like intense like fever dreams. I don't remember much, just like still images. But dear God. Last few weeks I've just been like inundated with demonic energy. Restlessness. A lack of sleep. A lack of sleep. Genuine sleep, Not just going to bed and trying to close your eyes and get back out of the bed hours later. Like genuine rest. Well, you don't have to. It's your painting goo. It's our painting goo. The painting goos belong to us, Everybody gets involved in the painting goo. We've come a long way from your name is Toby. There are only numbered slaves now. I used to think that was like hilarious. Like, do you know the way that like you see like a Chinese guy comes to like a European country or some shit like a Western country, and his name is like Zhao Ping or something like, but then he comes to the West and he just takes the name like Bob or Sean or something. It's like, could you imagine if it was the other way around? Like, could you imagine like there's a lot of white people who go over to fucking Asia and it's like, my name is now Ping. My name is now Ping Donghua. Like, like what the fuck? Like, I was watching an episode of that thing, An Idiot Abroad, and it's so fucking funny. Like, your man Carl is hundreds, yes, labels, yes, your advertising labels. How fucking fantastic of you to advertise a label printing machine on PEINTEINGU, you fucking beggars. Um, what was I saying? Yes, your man Carl is trying to fucking get the. He goes to visit the Great Wall. Paint. And he's staying with like a Chinese family out in the middle of nowhere. And he's trying to get them to pronounce Carl, like the name Carl. And fucking was it like one of them there's like it's like the father and it's like the father and the daughter, I think. And he's like, no, Carl, Carla. He's like, no, Carl. Like, it's so funny to me. Like, it's so simple, but it's so funny. Painting, goo 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 goo. Paint, rat, sniff, blow. Oh wait, that might be a bit too far. Like, these days, you can't say anything without sounding sexy. Oh, you forgot burp. Oh Christ. Painting, goo. Fucking the helmet is like the exact same color navy as the fucking uniform. That's just such a pain in the hole for me. I'll give him a black outline, but I'll give the black fella a black outline. Oh. How funny would that be if I just did like a series of cartoons where there's like Asian people, white people, like all different walks of life, but like all the black people don't get black outlines because they're black. You just know that would fucking like piss some people right off. Right, time to give this nigga his nappy hairdo. Hey, Dick. Goo. Paint. Has he got a beard? No, this nigga ain't got no beard. Just fucking massive smile and he's missing a tooth. Okay, I'm gonna give him like them like, anime eyes, the really happy ones. And then I'll give him his beautiful black smile in a bit. His chin needs a bit more brown. Okay. And a sea turtle. With a pirate's hat and a sword. Well, I've been doing a few turtles of late. I quickly did those. I quickly did those 3 turtle sketches. Before I went to bed last night. Paint, and I'm really enjoying doing the turtle drawings. They make me laugh. Paint. I think I'm really starting to lean into that aspect of my art where it's like I don't even care if it's like artistically like really good looking. If it makes me laugh, I'm happy. Like even if like it's fairly kind of crappy looking or whatever, just if it makes me laugh, that's it. Like this whole week I've been coming in here and the first thing I see is this fucking fridge wearing a pirate's hat and a mustache and a fucking eye patch with a flamethrower and ice cannon. And it just brings me so much joy. No souls. How does that work? I'm a former painting god turned demigod. Because I made the naive mistake of doing what the Monkey King requested. And I painted the Monkey King a portrait. An accurate portrait. It's not my fault his penis is this big, the size of a fucking monkey nut. And then he loses his shit, Where's the fairness in that? Heaven's rigged. I'm telling you. The power dynamics in fucking heaven are just as bad as they are down here. One laughed. The glorious halls of heaven were filled with the rafter of all the gods, apart from the Monkey King. The Monkey King's monkey was laughing. Why do you think I have him now? Monkey King basically kicked him out, saw it as a betrayal, Now I employ him for various things. Don't get me wrong, sometimes he steals shit and I have to find the little prick, but it always works out in the end. PEINTEINGU I need to get in contact with Mountain Bear and tell him to do PEINTEINGU short animations. Oh god. I have an idea. I've had it for a few weeks now. Where one of my PEINTEINGU promotions would be just me like meditating and some nice bamboo flute playing in the background and me being like, what is PEINTEINGU? And then just like a series of like fucking PEINTEINGU images just like really quickly, and then like escalating epic music or something like, and then something along the lines of like, I cannot explain PEINTEINGU. I must show you painting. Like some shit like Morpheus, I can't tell you what it is, but I can show you. Oh god. Painting. Goo. Hey. Sniff. See, even that sounds bad, because, like, what if I was just fucking snorting lines of coke on... Paint! Sniff! I just have, like, lines of white just, like, decked out in front of the laptop. Welcome to PEINTEINGU. Oh, like, I've got so many great ideas. Just constantly licking my lips and shit. Oh god. I wonder what the paintings would look like then. Oh fuck. I'm curious to see if I'll be better or worse tomorrow. I'm curious to see how temporary this illness is. Painting goo 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 goo. As I said previously, I know things are tough financially. I know more than most of you. So I don't expect people to be buying $200 painting goos out the wazoo. So I'm doing the book of PEINTEINGU. So you can all experience not all the painting goos, most of the painting goos. Since I started doing them on paper instead of foam board. I might even scan the foam board ones, and then you'd be able to see the progression of when they used to just look like stickers with no fucking background and shit. But that's coming in the next few weeks. And the tactical turtle t-shirt should be done in the next few weeks. I'm still working out designs and such. But there are things in the works, and I will attempt to make them all as varied in price for all of you who are cheap fox. And then some of you who have more money than you know what to do with. I thought that was really funny, actually, the first time I came across someone who was like, how much do you want for it? Name your price. And I was just like, Jesus, don't tell me to name my price. Don't do that. I just feel like, 25 grand, bitch. Give it to me. It can be difficult sometimes, you know, to accept the reality of your situation. Where you're like putting all this like effort and fucking passion into something and getting fuck all out of it every so often. Like sometimes it's like, oh yeah, this is great. Like, and then sometimes it's like, why am I doing this? This is pointless. Like, I found myself talking to the creator for the first time in a long time there yesterday, where I was like, okay, I'll admit it. I might need some help. It would appear that I cannot just do this all on my own. I'm a stubborn fuck. You know? I'll play life on hard mode, and then after a while of playing life on hard mode, I'm like, like, this is fucking shit. It's like, dude, you're playing life on hard mode. Like, it's like, I know, but still, like, I was watching a video of that guy. I don't know if any of you know him. He's a gaming streamer called Asmongold, and like, I think I've mentioned him before. Like, and he straight up turns around. He's like, you know, fucking. I relate to him a lot in the sense that like he wasn't taking care of himself physically, like, you know, and his like teeth rotted out of his head because like he just sat there streaming and drinking sodas and didn't brush his teeth and all, like, and like now he's like in the money and owns a few businesses local to him, like, and still streams for like hours a day. And he was reviewing a video of this homesteader explaining why, in his opinion, millennials and Gen Z are starting to get into like, oh fuck this, I'm gonna fucking, I'm gonna homestead, like I'm gonna start growing my own food. I'm gonna start doing this, this, and this. And the question was posed, it's like, well, why do you think people are doing this now? Like, And I have to say, I did agree with a lot of what Asmongold had to say, because it was just fucking true. And like, I used to be one of those guys, who like blamed my family, blamed the government, blamed society, paint for the circumstances of my life. I didn't ask for this. I didn't fuck with anyone. I didn't do this. Why me? Paint. All this shit. And it was only when I came to the conclusion that the only one that could do anything about my scenario was me, that I started doing something about my scenario. And since I decided to not try and have a day job like I had done for years, working in warehouses, just having a normal 9 to 5 or whatever, or sometimes a night shift gig or whatever. Don't ever, 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 ever do a night shift gig. It's so bad for your body. Is that what you call God, the All-Father? I like that term, like the Father of all. Because when you say God, like it has so much like presumption behind it, that people are like, oh, are you religious? You believe in God, like, and they assume it's the Christian God, especially if you're white. Like, I don't believe in any currently recognized religion. I believe them all to be representations of a singular truth that, like I think Jesus and Jupiter and like that's why I love the fucking Dylan Sakosio stuff. Like, like it gives you a real insight into like how history was like recorded and fucked with and like turned into propaganda and all this shit. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the realm we exist in is essentially like a giant battery, like a giant alchemical battery. And I believe that there's every possibility that the realm we exist in, not wholly, like I'm not talking about the realm at large, like beyond the ice wall, or if there is one or whatever, or if you're a globe head or whatever, if you believe in space, the way they present space, like I'm talking about like the known continents, our realm as far as like most of mankind is concerned in terms of like, its limits and stuff. I see no reason why that couldn't have been created by a man like thousands of years ago, who just had access to a very high form of alchemical knowledge, right? And now, thousands of years later, or what if it's not thousands of years later? What if it's only been like a couple of 100 years or some shit like that? Like, all of these things, like, you can speculate over and wonder about and shit. Like, and I do like doing it. I've said before that I find the subject matter fascinating. But having said all that, yes, I do like occasionally speak to what I believe to be the ultimate consciousness, the macro consciousness. Instead of the hidden hand that is physically manifested here and predominantly, seemingly behaves in a malevolent and evil manner, I speak to what I believe to be the source of good. That's probably a very, fucking, perhaps even secular, rational way to put it is like, when I pray to what I believe to be the source of good itself. That's what I pray to. I don't give it a name. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't talk to Jesus. I don't have a relationship with Jesus. Paint, paint, paint black. Big black. I'm sorry, it's just fucking hilarious looking. Griffithson, I thank you for getting me to paint William Perry into the painting. Oh fuck. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint fridge. Which fridge? The black one or the red one? Who would you rather meet on the field? The fridge I've created or William Perry? I don't know about you, but I think I'd rather go up against William Perry. You know, like you have the ball, you're like hut, and you're like charging down the field, like you just see this fridge with a flamethrower and fire hat, like. Oh fuck! I haven't forgotten. I'll put the speech bubble here, and it'll say freeze or burn. You decide. I call or refer to him as Yah, but all father is fitting in my honest opinion. Yeah, because like he's just the father of all. It's just a very direct way of saying it. Like, biggest step is recognizing you have a spiritual need. Yeah, that's kind of what I had in the last few days. I was like I do tend to be like a bit stubborn and be like, you know, well, if I'm gonna be, you know, a stoic, strong man, then like, you know, I have to take full responsibility for my thoughts and behaviors and actions, and like it's all me. It's all, you know, I have to do it all, and it's like that's not true. You know, I put a lot of pressure on myself. Like I think I have this like leftover mindset from my father, where I'm like I'm really harsh on myself. Like I am my worst critic. I'm one of those guys. I'll say like I don't know if it's me, but like some of the shit that gets said in my head about me is like so demoralizing and like fucking depressing, you know? And like it's weird how sometimes it can be a good thing because the conflict between the two voices motivates me, you know? The good side of me is like, fuck you, bitch, I have shit to paint, you know? Or like, fuck you, I'm gonna work out and like I'll feel better afterwards. But sometimes the other side wins, and like I get like a day or two where I'm like really down because like I start listening to what it's saying and agreeing with it, you know? You can really fuck yourself up just by thinking shit. You don't have to do stupid shit, you can just think stupid shit. I would advise you all to not think stupid shit as much as possible. Paint, paint. I'm gonna slap the speech bubble in there real quick. Oh god. Paint, paint. Painting. Oh, there's a hair in my painting goo. Oh god, I'm so phlegmy. Fuck. Man, I was in fucking fits of laughter last night when I was looking at the painting goo chat. and it was like, who put it? It was Desmond. Was it you who put it? The fucking like his name will be Sheldon. I mean, that's fucking brilliant. Like you have like a the main character of a game about a lot of turtles who are like warring with each other, like like either the main bad guy or the main protagonist is just like Sheldon. I fucking love that shit, man. Like those are the type of puns that like genuinely bring me so much joy. Like I'll give you an example, right? In that show we're watching at the moment, I think we're like on season 3 or 4 or some shit. Um, Around season 3, I kind of wanted to stop watching that Poldark thing because like there's some decisions that the main characters make. Like no spoilers, it's still a good show and we're watching it. Like you still want to know what happens in it. Like, but some of the main characters start making decisions where you're like, dear God, how is this gonna go? Like, do you know what I mean? And like it just especially when you're sitting there watching it with your missus, you're kind of like, if you ever did such a thing, you know, like it wasn't like it went from entertaining to depressing for like 4 episodes, but then it picks up again, like you know. But like, there's this character, called Rosina Hoblin, right? And one of the local doctor fixes her knee. She has a problem with her knee. She's limping around, right? And there's a scene where it's like her first name Rosina has been said a few times. It's like, oh, Rosina needs help with her knee, like she's not well and all, like, and he like just like pops her knee back into place. It's like it's just slightly dislocated and fixes it, like, and then somebody's talking about her later and says her full name. It's like, oh, like Dr. Ennis like helped Rosina Hoblin. And I was like, are you fucking serious? She's been limping around for 2 episodes and her name is Rosina Hoblin. like, like Hoblyn. Like she's hobbling around. Like, you know, like I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I love shit like that. Like some of the stuff in Dylan Sakoshio's books where he gives you examples of how like like take the words loyal and royal, and like they actually they're the same root word, and like throughout history, ors and oh my god, this is actually hilarious because I was reading it. It was like, that's so funny because that's what we do on Painting Goo. In lots of ways, there's loads of letters that can be swapped around. All right, so like B and F, B and V, and I know that makes sense because like there's no V or X in Gaeilge, in Gaelic, the Irish language. So stuff like dove, Dove, right, the white bird, right. If you say dove phonetically, os Gaeilge, in Gaelic, it's Dubh, duv or do or dove, right, and it means black. So there's like the the idea that we live in an inverted realm at the moment, or in an inverted state of existence, rather, because the realm isn't inverted. We don't live in an inverted realm. We live in an inverted society, that lives in an almost perfect realm. And like these fuckers, these priest class, banking class cunts, and the legal fuckers have skewed language so many times throughout history that like it's no wonder everybody is fucking ignorant and confused. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's the main thing they've done to us, is they've put us in a scenario where our ignorance is profound. Like, it really is, like, but anyway, all the whole letter swapping shit, ors and L's interchange. That's how you get royal and loyal, and they mean different things, right? And like, I was reading that, I was like, how fucking funny is that we swap around L's and R's here? Like, because it does like change the word. Like, believe becomes bereave. Like, and it means something totally different. Like, instead of to have faith in something or an ideology, it means for something to die. Like, oh man, I love it. Like, it's an endless source of like intellectual entertainment and a great source of like creative energy as well. Like who it was a Stabaroo that put in that thing in the painting goo chat was like turtle war, like instead of total war. Oh, I love it. Paint. Yeah, like Rosina Hoblin. I thought that was fucking hilarious. Like, I think it's really important um, when you're creating a story and you're naming things, you know? Like, Adam allegedly was given the responsibility by the creator to name everything. I think naming things is very powerful and very important, especially when you're constructing a story. And that's an excellent way to like train yourself to name things properly, is to really know the etymological roots of words, and even like the etymological roots of parts of words, you know, like just the phonetics of like ha, ba, ka, sa, and like, because those things mean something or did mean something at one point, you know? Like, that's how language, like, if you look at the Ogham stone, that's another Irish thing, where it's like, it's just a stone with a bunch of like slices like carved into it, and like each different slice and like the amount of slices represents like a different word or like, you know, number or some shit like that. Like, it's fascinating. Languages and like symbols, runes, symbols, language, all of it's fucking fascinating to learn like what it all means and why. Like when you look at the Order of the Fleur de Lis and like the Knights Templar and like all these fucking, the eagle and the lion and the heart with the crown on it and the roses and stuff, like they all have like very specific, very important meanings to them. And knowing that stuff, not being ignorant to that stuff, is incredibly useful and gives you an incredible advantage, especially in a time like this where like so many people are ignorant to the stuff that, like, you know, these, like, that's what these fuckers get taught in like private schools and stuff, like, you know, these like really highfalutin, like these elites, you know, they'll send their kids to like a private school or some shit and they get taught like metaphysics, philosophy, alchemy, fucking like, you know, mythology, like all of this old stuff that is very relevant to your life, you know. They don't get taught all the propaganda bullshit that's left over from the Prussian Empire or whatever the fuck it is. Like that's what I've heard that our whole school system stems from now, you know, in the West. It's just this like old propaganda style thing of like turning all of it. Like when you look at those images of like who shared that? Was it Owen that shared that image? Where it's like, I can't remember where I saw that image. I think it was Owen, but I'm not sure. But it's like side by side pictures of a prison and a school. Now, granted, the schools here, from my experience, aren't that bad, but it's pretty close, you know. But it's a fascinating contrast, or it's not a contrast. It's a fascinating comparison to make because they do look extremely similar. You know, everything from the fucking food trays to the stools to like the classroom setup and like the way it's all like the locker rooms and shit. Like it's fucking mad. Like it's blatantly obvious once you start looking at it from a fucking from a certain perspective. It's blatantly obvious that we've been, for a few generations now, at least in the West, for a few generations now, Paint. We've literally been trained to be ignorant, subservient drones. They've trained us to just be this, like, non-questioning cog in a machine, you know? And it does make sense. Like, if you look at it from their perspective, it makes a lot of sense. You wouldn't want a population of free-thinking people with the same knowledge as you, because these people believe that competition is a sin, which is still one of the funniest fucking things I've ever heard. Like, greatest sin is competition. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, like. That's such a dark, like, view to have of things. How dare you compete with me? Like, that's fucking crazy. Painting goo 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 goo. Dick Fordo, welcome to Paintingu. One steals your bike, the other steals your rum. That's all that's in that fridge is just fucking jars of, like, what is it? You know, the Kool-Aid jug? It's just massive jugs of rum. It's not something that anyone can get you to do either. You have to want to reach out genuinely to them. It's an uncomfortable but necessary step. Yeah, like, before you do it, you feel like you're being a bitch because you're, like, giving into something, and, like, the last thing a man wants to be is, like, submissive. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm extremely masculine in lots of ways. Like, you know, like, I'm like, I ain't getting on no knees, bitch. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, but, like, when you think about, when you logic it through, it's like, there are things you logically must submit to, because if you don't submit to them and go against them, you're being illogical, you know? So if one is to follow logos or logic, paint, one must submit to a higher power. And it makes sense, because it's like, if females are to submit to the authority of man, you know, then what authority does man submit to, you know? It makes so much sense, because it's like, if you have all these men who are like, oh, there's no one above me, but I am above you, you know? Well, then they're just playing God, you know? Oh, but we don't believe in a God. It's like, well, and I'm sure, like, you know, like, some people would hear my theory of, like, I think it's possible this place was created by just a master alchemist, like, ages ago, you know? And he doesn't have to be, like, a divine, like, all-knowing, all-powerful deity to be able to do that. He just has to have the requisite knowledge of how material works, how materium works, you know? Like, the fucking shit that we can do in terms of, like, technology, you know, and the stuff that we can create or destroy if you just, like, get various materials and resources and mix them together in certain ways, you know, like you can get, like, you know, eggs, flour, sugar, all these things, and if you do it a particular way, you'll get a really nice cake. But if you do it in a shit way, you'll just get, like, a big gloopy mess, like, do you know what I mean? And if you mix it right but cook it for too long, you'll burn it. Like, so there's all these things of, like, I genuinely think that some, like, maybe it was two of them. Maybe it was a male and female. Maybe it was a female. Maybe it was a male. I'm not saying it has to be a man, but, like, someone could have created this realm alchemically. I believe that. because when you look at how we think, especially flat earthers or whatever like that, like, how they think the realm is constructed, the whole like toroidal field, and like you have the salt in the seas, and then like the fucking magnetic properties of metal, and then you have the temperature differential between like sea level and like above and shit, like so you have ice, fire, all these different things, all these elements like converging in various ways to produce different effects. I wouldn't be surprised at all if there is a way to seed a realm, and it's been done many times. But that doesn't mean that there isn't some kind of divine force, you know? Hey, yeah. Right. Time to give this nigga his teeth. I think I'll use this one. I'll use the skinny bitch. These fucking like massive chompers. So that you can tell that one of them's missing. Because I've seen photos of William Perry and he's missing a tooth. It's hilarious looking. Oh my god, he looks fucking retarded. Excellent. Okay. A moment. I'm gonna turn the heating off because it's actually nice and warm in here now. Defender ass! Oh god. Oh Jesus. Okay, what was the other thing we were going to do? A sea turtle, wielding a sword, wearing a pirate hat, joining in on the all the piracy shenanigans and fun. Okay. Put him here. The shell. I'll put him like half in, half out of the water. And we'll give him a bottle of rum. Will I do him floating on his back, will I? Kind of looks like I could do him floating on his back there. Okay. Get that nice yellow shell colour. Well, not the shell colour, the underbelly colour. and then you'd just be able to see like the ring of the brown of the shell, the rim of the shell. Paint, paint, turtle. Who doesn't love turtles? Paint, paint. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna make sure his arms are actually like outside. There we go. Paint, paint. Painting, goo, 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 goo. There's something about just like slapping something together real quick and then it turning out like even uh, semi good looking. Like there's something so satisfying about it. Like fast, vaguely accurate brushstrokes. You ever see those Indian guys or like, these like gypsy fellas who just like use their hands uh and like oil paints on like a pane of glass or something? And they'll like produce like an absolute fucking work of art in seconds just by like moving fucking oil paint around a pane of glass. It's fucking amazing. Oh my god, that face is one only a mother could love. That's fucking brilliant, isn't it? Hey, my name William Perry. Hey. I remember watching William Perry running a touchdown in the Super Bowl. 85 was a magical year for the Bears. Um, it's gas like I've never watched an American football match. All I've ever seen is like compilations of like hard hits and stuff where it's like, boom, here comes the boom. It's just lads getting speared in the middle of the field and stuff like as far as like as far as entertainment goes, like it can be fairly entertaining because it's so violent. Um, but I always found the rules of the game and like the yarding, like the segmentation of the like all the yards and the rules and like the way there's like first quarter, second quarter, all this fucking shit. Like, I always found it so like convoluted when you could just be like, just play rugby, you fucking faggots. Like, oh, oh god. Okay. Hey, hey. Painting. Google. Uh, Suppose I should give this little pirate turtle a little eye patch of his own. Ah, you know what time it is? Actually, I'm gonna wait because I think I have it on just play the whole playlist, so it should be all right. Once he got moving, absolutely nothing was stopping that. Like, yeah, well, that's why they called him the fridge, wasn't it? It's like you just couldn't stop the guy. Like he was just fucking. Didn't he weigh like 300 something pounds or some shit? Like I've heard about him, you know, like that's how you know you're fucking hyper 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 famous. is if like somebody like me from a foreign country who has no interest in that sport hears about you. Do you know like that's how you like who's that Formula One driver? Lewis Hamilton, some shit like that. Like like I've heard the name. Like you're so fucking high level at a particular thing that even people who don't watch that thing or like that thing, even like they still hear your name being said throughout the land because you're just so fucking hyper famous. That's fame. And in a sense, I think that's like honorable fame. You're just like so good at a particular thing that people know who you are. Like Bob Ross or me.
Enjoy uninterrupted videos with
I
YouTube
I would
Premium.
enjoy
Since it would
uninterrupted
be
videos, but I'm not paying you a
with
red
free
cent, you
offline and
fucking
background
Jew
playlists. Try
scum.
YouTube.
Oh God. Last thing I would do is give money to YouTube. Well, you're not getting it reworked, you fucking faggot.
You need a new job.
I don't need a new job. You need a new job. You're fucking advertising on YouTube, you pathetic mess.
With Irish Jobs.
Between you and I, you are the one who needs a new fucking day job. £335 on a lighter day? Jesus fucking Christ, that's a big nigga. £335, like, there's fridges that weigh less than that. Like, it's insane. Hate. With my skinny bitch. I'm actually surprised that I'm not more tired. Maybe I just jinxed myself. In fairness, like I thought I was going to be in a well worse state, like. But despite the odd sniffle and my throat feeling acidic as fuck, I'm all right. Ugh. Like, ever get that when you feel like you've slept for hours but not actually rested? That's what I find really frustrating. come the wolves. Are they going to be interrupted? Yes, they are. How dare you? You bitchy little fuck you. Advertising, peddling your filth on my stream. Paint. I wanted that to be kind of like a dirty yellow. It turned out fucking orange. Yeah, that's better. The addition of the turtle was much needed. He brings a certain je ne sais quoi to the painting good. Push it. Give this little fucker some shading. Throw some shade on this bitch. Oh god. Oh. What shall I use to darken the screen? Some red, perhaps? Painting good. Painting good. Painting good. Painting. Right, I'm gonna put down some white and then go back in with a particular shade of brown to create the ram. Painting. 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 It's tough to do it. The fridge's speech. See how much better the Jolly Roger is, just with a bit of brack. They say he's around 450 now and lives alone. Mad. Looks boss. Domo arigato, stabru. He could reverse dunk a basketball even though he's not even 6'2". Holy shit, that's impressive for a guy that size. That's impressive for a guy that size. Holy shit, like... Okay, where's my skinny bitch? What's this? Another one! You people infest my life with your miserable advertisements. Begone from me, Satan. My favourite ad is actually the Dana from StreamYard one, because like I just love going, because she goes like, "Are you sick of it?" It's like, "I'm sick of you, Dana." Like, it's my favourite one. Ding, goo, goo, goo. Should I put a black outline on William Perry? I don't think he needs one. I swear to God, I don't think I need to put a black outline on the nigga. That just makes me laugh. Oh, fuck. I demand to know what's going on in my house. I fucking love a cutlass.
Is it a new world, or will it consume us all?
It's the sort of shit I'd be fucking buying if I had like millions and shit. Like, I wouldn't be buying a fucking yacht. I'd be buying myself a decommissioned Spanish galleon or some shit. Load of fucking muskets and flintlocks and fucking. What are you doing with all this 18th century military equipment? Do not ask questions.
We sit
Oh, God.
in haze. We sleep and we dream. Each of us dying slowly. The prison of our minds. We sit in the sun in haze. We sleep and we dream. Each of us dying slowly. The prison of our minds.
How dare you interrupt my tunes, you frivolous fuck, you! Begone from me! If you have any honor, you will pay for PEINTEINGU. Link in description. Oh shit. The minute details. It's all in the wrist. Flick, flick, paint, paint. Do. PEINTEINGU. 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 Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Goo goo. Paint, paint. Painting goo goo. Oh God. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Goo goo. What the ramen? Why is the ramen gone? Epic overall, brother. It's starting to look a bit mad. Isn't it? There's always a point where the painting goos get to a certain stage where you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what madness is this? 'Tis the madness of painting goo. I've always wanted to be that guy that fucking like, are you mad? Yes. like, like, is that it? We leave there. I've done an hour and 40 minutes and I'm sick as fuck. I think we leave it there. We'll sign this bitch and then sign off. So, how many episodes of that? 7 episodes it took us to resolve the conflict in the island of Narrow. The bitch has been signed. Those of you who want to buy the original, each painting goo costs $200. Depends on where you are, how much it would cost me to send it to you. So ballpark $200, 200 euros ish, which I thought was funny because euros and dollars are quite like equal in worth right now. I thought that was funny. It would appear the dollar's not so big anymore. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed today's painting goo. But I must conclude it, for enough madness, I think, has been presented. If you would like to support Painting Goo, link is in description. If you would like to buy any of my merchandise, link is in description. If you would like to buy any of the original Painting Goos or some of my original art, DM me or put it in the chat. I will be here, more than likely. Same time, same place, tomorrow. Same high-octane energy painting. You've never seen You've never seen paint dry like this before, with snot all over it. Until then, I bid you farewell. Be good, be true, and be beautiful. And I will see you tomorrow. Auf Wiedersehen.